What is up, everybody? Renfail here, getting ready to dive back in and give you guys some thoughts on expeditions, because I had never done an expedition, but I'm still new, obviously. My main playthrough, which I just started recently, I'm not even at 50 hours yet, and the community who has been super supportive of my journey through No Man's Sky, I mean, it's been amazing. The introduction, all the reaction to the streams, the videos, and everything else. It's been great. Everyone's like, you got to do the expedition. It's only got 3 weeks left. You should go in and do this before you have to go get busy with World of Warcraft and Star Wars Outlaws and Space Marine 2 and everything. While you're still playing No Man's Sky as your main game, you got to do an expedition. And I was like, you're right. I got to do an expedition before I get busy, because the other stuff that I want to do in this game, which I'm still working on, is like my base building, decking out my freighter, hunting down ships, tricking out my first starship, doing derelict freighters. Like, I have barely, with 50 hours in this game, I'm barely scratching the surface. So I started the Liquidators Expedition yesterday. I played about 2 hours yesterday and about 2.5 hours today. And I want to give my honest thoughts to the expedition so far, because it's different. It's a lot different. So before I jump into this, let me say first and foremost, I absolutely love this game. As of right now, as me playing it, this is my best game of 2024, and it's not a new title. It's the trip, man. Like, obviously we have a huge category, or catalog I should say, of games coming up that I'm going to be playing. Star Wars Outlaws is my most anticipated title, but we've also got Indiana Jones, The Great Circle, Dragon Age, The Veil Guard, Stalker 2, Space Marine 2, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. There's going to be a ton of titles that we're going to play this fall and winter, but we're in August, and the best game I've played this year has been No Man's Sky, which is mind-boggling to consider. So before I talk about expeditions, I want to get out of the way that I absolutely love this game. I do not love expeditions. I think the reason I don't really enjoy this is the reason I thought I wouldn't, and if you have been watching the streams, I was initially very reluctant to get into expeditions, because I felt like I didn't know enough about the gameplay. Now, I don't want to say I'm deep into the expedition. I've done phase 1. I've done phase 2. We've done like half of stage 3, couple of things, few things from stage 4, nothing from stage 5. So I mean, we've made some progress, and we're definitely going to finish it up this week. My objective is every day this week during the main morning streams at 11 a.m. Central here and on Twitch, which you definitely should be tuning into. I'm going to be finishing the expedition, because I've already started it. I'm committed to it, and I got to get the playlist done, because this is getting the expedition stuff is getting cut out as its own series on YouTube in 30-minute episodes apart from the streams. My initial reaction to the expeditions is that it's everything I thought it was going to be, which is that this is definitely geared towards the end game players who have already seen and done everything there is to do in No Man's Sky, and this is a way for them to have little extra things to do and little extra pieces of gear they can get and little extra rewards and new ships and all this other stuff. By the way, the Iron Vulture, I think is what it's called, from Adrift, I definitely want that ship, and I will come back if they do Adrift this like winter. I'll go play that expedition just to get the ship. So I mean, I understand there are cool, like the Minotaur, which I just got today during the stream. That was pretty awesome to get the Minotaur, because I hadn't gotten that in my main playthrough. So there are a lot of things that you can take away from this. But I do feel like I got shoved off into the deep end of the pool without really knowing how to swim completely yet. As an example, I'm supposed to go record a predator and discover a predator, right? I don't know anything. I have no frame of reference for what this is. My first day on the planet that you start off on, everyone's in chat telling me, scan this fish, scan this fish, scan this fish. And I don't like to do things out of order. I don't like to do things. I realize that people are making great suggestions, but I like to do things at my own pace. And I like to go out there and explore and follow the quest lines in the order that they appear in. And everyone's like, oh, do this instead because it's part of phase 4 and you'll get it while you're here, so you might as well do it. But I'm very much a goal-oriented, objective-oriented individual. So you show me phase 1, these are the things you show me in phase 1, these are the things I want to do in phase 1. These are the things we got to do in phase 2, so on and so forth. Cool thing about the expeditions is you get all your gear along the way, and you get all of these, like, it's been fleshing out my exosuit slots and inventory and giving me tons of upgrades. Same thing with my starship. My multi-tool is getting, look at all these upgrades. They're not done perfectly. Thanks for the follow. I should always turn that off when I record these videos, and I always forget. This is giving me lots of mods and things for everything. I got my Minotaur and was able to get these things set up. The AI for this thing to follow you around and help you with combat is freaking amazing. I don't like the freighter that I got, but it was free, so why not? But the aspect of some of this stuff is pretty straightforward. Like, you're going through and it's like, go to this star system. Okay, we've learned how to do that. These are all like base stuff that you're going to learn in the base game. How to take off from a planet, how to go to light speed, how to kill some creatures, exterminate some things. But this is a combat-oriented expedition. And I realize they're different. There are different types of expeditions. And maybe this is the wrong expedition for me as an individual to start with, because I'm not a big fan of combat, like ground combat, shooting combat, when I don't have an aim assist. And there's no aim assist in this game for ground combat. There is for space combat. And so I suck at shooting these biological horrors and creatures that are running around. It doesn't matter what gun you use. There's no aim assist. If there's no aim assist, I suck. My first playthrough of Starfield, I hated the gun combat. Second time was after they added the aim assist on May 15th. I freaking loved the gun combat in Starfield after I was able to get aim assist, because it changed my entire outlook on the game. So because this is a heavy combat-oriented expedition, that might be part of my problem. Then phase 2, we get into... this one was tricky, trying to find a place to get to the Sentinels. And then I was getting attacked by these like dog sentinels that I'd never seen before, which were kicking my ass. This was all fairly straightforward, but then we get into phase 3, and I'm seeing things like record a predator, harvest 900 resources in one burst. That one I'm not sure. Someone was telling me something about you got to learn how to like not overheat your mining laser and do this, that, and I'm like, the game has never taught me any of that in the tutorials that I've played in the 45 hours I have in my main save. So how would I know how to do that? Also, how would I know how to record a predator when the game has never told me how to do that in my 45 hours on my main save? So going through here and looking at things like cleared the swarm around 6 waypoints. Okay, lure 3 deep sea monstrosities. What? Like, I don't understand that. I did get the storm one because we were doing some other stuff. I able to got that one completely by accident, getting 4 grenades. Then it's like eliminate corrupt sentinels. I haven't even ever seen corrupt sentinels, so I don't know what that one's all about. Kill 50 hostiles while in the Minotaur. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do combat in the Minotaur. Earn nanites. We're on the way to do that. Sentinel walkers. I don't know what those are at all. Prepare fiendish meat. I've never done. Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload, or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. Like, cook stew. This is something with cooking. I've never done cooking in the game. So I do love this game. But my initial reaction to the expeditions is that I absolutely see how these are a great in-game activity for people who have played the game before and who have hundreds of hours logged in it. They've done the main story, they've built their bases, they know how all the different exosuits work, they know all these things like cooking and how to track lure predators and track creatures. Like, I've not done any of that in base game, so I do feel like the peer pressure of everyone being like, you got to try the expedition before it's over, and combined with my own like, crap, this is going to be my main game only until the 22nd, and then I've got to switch over to other things. There's a combination of things where I definitely felt like I jumped too deep. I jumped headfirst into this, and I don't think, what's up, Smeagol? I don't think I was quite ready to do the expeditions. I'm not saying that expeditions are bad. Just a good boy. Aren't you just waking up? But I do think for me, at the moment, they are my least favorite thing that I've done in No Man's Sky so far. I am going to push through, and we're going to figure this out with the help of the community because everybody's been super helpful. But yeah, definitely, I would say if you're a new player like I am, I know I've seen a couple people comment, well, I didn't have any problems with it. That's awesome. Maybe you're different than I am, but from my perspective as a new player, I was not ready to jump into expeditions so soon. I definitely should have waited until I got all the other things that I wanted to do out of the way, learned more things in the base game before I jumped in. I am looking forward to getting this done because I have so much more that I want to do with my main save. This was an interesting educational thing for me to do, but I definitely feel like it was a little too much too soon for me to jump in and try this out. And maybe it's just because it was this type of expedition, because I've been told that other expeditions focus on things like gathering more than combat, other ones are puzzle based. So again, your mileage may vary. Just some thoughts on expeditions. I will be continuing to play it, obviously, because I want to get through it, because it's its own thing. So if you want to follow along with the episodic version of me playing the expedition, just check the links below, because there's a link to the separate playlist as well as a link to my overall playlist. And I'll be back again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central, multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitch, continuing the adventure as we go through the expedition Liquidators in No Man's Sky, and then back to the normal stream after that as we continue our main save. So thanks for everybody for being so welcoming and for tuning into all my videos. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe and happy gaming.